This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Abdo Riani. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing very good. How are you, Angel?
I am excellent, my friend. Given life is such a beautiful thing, I am very, very grateful that you're here and that we've connected at this time.
So am I. Thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited for this session.
Yeah, please tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I am located in McAllen, Texas. It's a city in South Texas.
All right. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Relationship building, Angel. And I have been connecting with hundreds of great people like yourself over the past 3 years. And reaching out to people through email has taught me what to say and what not to say. And I am very glad that I was able to grab your attention and learn about you and have this conversation with you.
Yeah, tell me about what not to say and what to say. How did you learn that? How did email help you along that path?
Absolutely. So here's the key, Angel. It's personalization. Sending people what they need to hear at the right time is key. So learning about them, learning about their social media activity, learning about their recent projects, learning about their recent articles, their companies, their announcements is what allows me and anyone who's interested in emailing people out of the blue to write an email that gets read.
So it's content that is qualified.
Correct. So qualified content combined with timing.
Yeah. Well, the timing seems to be intriguing as well. You're putting things out there that are piquing at my curiosity. So how do you discern the timing?
The timing is based on the recent activity of the person that I am reaching out to, Angel. So I do my research. I make sure that I learn what recent announcements did they make? What recent episodes, in your case, did you have? What's going on in their lives? And usually it doesn't take that much time. A little bit of research about their social media activity, about their announcements on their websites is all you need, in fact, to design an email that gets read and that gets answers.
That's wonderful. I love that. I think it fixes into the theme of building relationships, like you get in what you put out there, right? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So where can people connect with you to find out more about what you do?
I am the founder of StartupCircle.co. So StartupCircle.co is where entrepreneurs can go to attend live daily sessions and where they can connect with successful founders, ask questions, and get personalized answers that they can apply to move their businesses forward. They can also find me at abdoriani.com. That is my personal website. That's where most of my content is, and that's where they can book a time to have quick conversations where I can help them accomplish their goals within 30 minutes.
That's wonderful. I love that. All right, my friend. Well, do tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Connecting with people, Angel. I think people in general, whether it's customers, whether it's partners, whether it's friends, family, or just acquaintances, is the secret to success in life. And I have consistently connected with people that are like me and that are different from me over the course of 3 years when I realized the importance of relationship building. That is something that I have done consistently, almost actually on a daily basis over the past few years.
How does it make you feel when you're doing that?
It makes me feel as if I am building opportunities, Angel. You never know when you find something that can build value through a partnership or through a relationship. And if you are doing it for the purpose of connecting with new people and not to get something out of it, you will find eventually that many of those relationships turn into a successful partnership in one way or another.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And the bell rang right as you said that. It was so funny. It was like, good idea, ding dong.
Great time, right?
Yeah, it was excellent. It was unbuttoned. No, that was not an edit, folks. I did not put that in there. It was someone ringing at his door. So that's pretty cool. Someone building a relationship with you, looking to build relationship. Are you going to have to get the door, or will someone else get it?
Well, of course, I'm respecting your time right now, Angel. So I am going to be on this call, and hopefully I can catch up later and I can open the door.
Oh, I think you should run quickly. I'm good. I can edit this out.
All right, just give me one second.
No, should I really edit this out? Because I think it's fun.
It looks like they left.
Oh, yeah. This just adds character to our conversation, you know. One of the things that piqued my interest with your profile on LinkedIn is the Doctor of Philosophy, PhD. Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's finance as well.
Yes, sir.
Where did the idea come to combine those two?
So, Angel, the philosophy part of the PhD it just entails that it is research oriented. Most PhDs, when the word PhD is philosophy. If we dissect this abbreviation, the story was actually, and it's a funny story. I never intended to do a PhD, Angel.
Right.
I never even intended to do an MBA, and it was after I finished my bachelor degree with good grades, when the director of the MBA program approached me with a proposal to do my MBA in exchange for paying for the MBA. And I didn't mind that. I thought it was a good opportunity, and I thought it gives me time, since all the classes are at night, it gives me time to run my businesses during the day. And then I finished my MBA in the same scenario. Same thing happened. The director of the PhD program approached me with an interest of me potentially becoming a PhD student, and then you turn into a candidate later, but that's a different story. And they would pay for my education. And I also said to myself, why not? I've always wanted to become a doctor. I cannot be a medical doctor, but why not become a doctor in a slightly different way?
That's great.
So it's a philosophy degree, but it is concentrated on finance. It is research based, and it is a unique experience.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it really expands into who you are from StartupCircle.co. You're connecting entrepreneurs to founders or rising founders, as you stated. But it was really cool that you were connected through to founders as well. I mean, metaphorically speaking, the professors. But that's pretty cool how you got to your PhD from your bachelor's. That's like a testimony to living this life of, knowing the right timing and what to say and when to say it. That's pretty cool.
Thank you very much, Angel. In fact, I've never been at a school yet. This is going to be next semester or the summer of 2019 is going to be the first time in my life not a student.
Wow.
Yes, sir. I am still in college, essentially. Ever since I started my bachelor's, I continued to be a student, a college student. We're always students, but a college student for the past 10 years now. And hopefully I will graduate in 2 months with a doctoral degree in finance. And after that, I think that would be the end of it.
Well, congratulations in advance. All right, my friend. Again, amazing audience. We're live with Abdo Riani. Abdo, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Abdo, what is your earliest childhood memory?
The earliest childhood memory, Angel, I was speaking about this with a friend the other day, and I was trying to remember when was the first time I sold anything or served someone in a business sense. And it was when I was 9 years old, not even actually, I think it was earlier, probably 7 or 8 years old. I coached someone. I played tennis professionally, actually, Angel. And I had been playing or I have played ever since I was maybe 4 or 5 years old. And I remember I was one of the best in the country back then. Someone approached me, way older than me, and asked me if I'd be interested in coaching him. And I, thought to myself at that time, who am I to coach someone? I mean, I'm still young and I barely know what I know. And I made $1. That is the memory. I remember I made $1 for coaching someone for 30 minutes, and it felt amazing and weird at the same time. I felt like I was, still remember the feeling. That's the funny part. I felt like I was stealing the person. It was strange for me, the idea of playing tennis, something I do 4, 5, 7 hours sometimes a day, and get paid for it. But that was a memory that I really enjoy remembering.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Well, it has a lot of connections, Angel. I think things build up. And ever since I had that experience, I started feeling more and more comfortable valuing my time and the assets that I built over the years, doing things that I love and doing things uniquely well. And that is the same thing. That's business, right? So it took me from, just $1 and just feeling uncomfortable getting people's money or $1 until, building a successful business today and learning how to value your time and learning how to sell your value proposition, your human capital, especially if you're a coach, and that's where the connection, I think, is. And it's a very good question, by the way, Angel. Yeah, it's something I'm gonna think more about.
Thank you. If we fast forwarded to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Back then, it's funny too, because last month I went to see Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, and the song was something that I had loved at that time, 20 years ago, and now I'm watching the movie and watching how it got created and how it got produced. So I would say, Bohemian Rhapsody is the song.
All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Abdo?
Yes, sir.
Abdo, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
My apprentices, the entrepreneurs that I work with and help build businesses.
Are you married?
Not yet.
Do you have children?
Not yet.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Of course.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Around 8 hours a day.
All right. I if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
Give back and don't expect anything in return, because only when you do that you will get something in return.
Yeah, I love it. Just like he got his MBA, just like he got his PhD. Small examples of things you can do. Abdo, this has been a great pleasure, my friend. Thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Angel, thank you very much for having me. This has been really great.
You're welcome.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.
you.